Sorry, I had to put my kiddo to bed. I wanted to go ahead and I want to go ahead and introduce you guys to the concept of a future where we don't have to worry about the surveillance of every single company, and the thought of privacy is an afterthought. That's not the way the country was meant to be. It's not the way it was meant to be at all. Instead of worrying about your neighbor being a voyeur, you got the whole goddamn world being a voyeur. And we can do something about it. Back in 2006, when they did the smoking ban in Colorado, I was known as Ben Dorflinger back then, and I took it on. I got through the Colorado balloting board, and I would have been able to get the ability to get signatures if I'd had the ability, like if I'd had the finances. 2006, we had AOL and dial-up. It's 2026. A lot has changed. We have this thing called group sourcing or fund crowdsourcing, and I think as a group, we can take this on. You don't even have to be about me. Somebody else wants to take the lead on this, they're more than welcome to. I don't want to. I really don't. But if somebody else wants to, I'm happy to hand this off. You're more than welcome. I am willing to support you with any technical knowledge that you need to know about this, any videos and briefs or whatever you want. But if nobody is, then let's build this together. Let's go ahead and crowdsource, put our funds together, and change fundamentally the entire way that the future can be. Right now, you got automation pushing us out. I create a way to fix that. I invite you to take a look at these videos. They'll really hone in on my legislation and tell you exactly what it's about, what it does. It's a three-part strategy. One defines your personal rights. Then the other one secures it. It defines, boundaries and creates a pretty unique mechanism for accountability for our public officials, for our privacy. Like you'll really get a kick out of it. And then finally, our economic engine. And here's the kicker: I'm not really taxing anything. We lost humans in the concept of this transition, right? We lost the human wage. And so all these companies are saving millions upon millions of dollars. But when's the last time you saw your Amazon shopping list get like super, super cheap because they saved millions of dollars? I looked it up. It hasn't happened. You have all this layoff and all this massive switch to automation, but what you don't have anybody but corporations collecting all this extra money. So what you're going to end up having is years like this year. I don't have the exact stats in front of me, but I think there's a gap of like $780 million. It's a significant gap. And I think that as years progress, that's going to get deeper and deeper because more people are going to lose their jobs. And then when they lose their jobs, the state's going to lose that income tax that was associated with them. So eventually, we're going to have a bankrupt state. We're going to have a bunch of bankrupt people and a bankrupt state. Not with the Amplify Act. I invite you to take a look. Again, you're going to hear a lot about me, I'm sure. It's all true, probably. I did what I did. And that's, unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. But I learned from my mistakes. I don't drink anymore. And I think that, God, this would be so much easier if it was somebody else. But I guess if it's got to be me, it's got to be me. So least forgive me long enough to help us change the future, and then you can go back to hating me. You'll even have my address. But until then, thank you for watching, and here's my presentation.